To go from being a good to a great speaker, you need to improve this right here, your vocal brand. And today I'm going to go through 5 key elements of your voice that if you work on deliberately, you will make dramatic progress and be remembered every single time you speak. Whether in corporate settings, on stage, in interviews, I don't care. Let's walk through it. The first thing that I want you to focus on is your tone. Your tone. I don't want you to speak in a monotone like this and just completely bore people with it's a flat tone. No, instead, we practice this, the Duchenne smile. Practice smiling while speaking because the face is the remote control to the emotions behind your words. Your facial expressions are the remote control behind the emotions of your words. So, how do you work on this? You can literally go pulling up your lips, the sides of your lips like this, using your middle fingers, like this, exposing your teeth, and then just practice speaking like this. Sometimes our tendency is to not move any of the muscles around our eyes. So when we speak, we almost look like we're a robot like this, and it's not that engaging. In fact, it could look a little bit creepy. But instead, if you can practice while speaking with the creases around your eyes showing like this, exposing as much of your teeth as you can, that's a great start. And if you're struggling with that, do this exercise to force yourself to get comfortable with the creases around your eyes. The second exercise that you can focus on is all around your pacing. The question is, do you go too slowly? Do you speak too fast? Well, the way you can identify the perfect pace to speak at is to play what I call the narration game. It's very simple. All you do is for 1 minute a day, I want you to observe whatever's around you and to say exactly what you see so that your audience and yourself can visualize exactly what you're saying. So for example, let's say I were to take this pen right here, and I were to describe exactly what I'm seeing. I have no filter. I'm just saying what I'm seeing. There is a black cap on this pen. There is a white overlay right here. You can see that it says whiteboard marker in red lettering with gold outlines like this. And I use this every day to teach on the whiteboard. That is a perfect pace to speak at. If you can speak at that pace, it doesn't sound robotic, it sounds natural, it sounds fluid. And if you can practice at getting at that pace and just ingraining that in your head, you'll notice that you won't be saying filler words and you'll be in more command of every word that you say. Versus speaking too fast and then all of a sudden losing your place and then wondering, oh, what do I say next? And start saying filler words as a result. You don't need to do that. The next thing you can do is focus on the pause. The pause is crucial because when you pause, it gives your words more weight. So for example, what I do is I pause intentionally. How do I practice this? Well, one of my favorite ways is in regular conversation. If someone asks you a question like, where are you from? You can pause deliberately, look up, and wait for 3 seconds where you're counting 1, 2, 3. You may not be showing that other person that you're counting like this, but if you do this, you get comfortable with silence. And if you practice this in low stakes scenarios, it will become ingrained in you. The more you can do this before you answer any single question, the more likely it is that you'll be concise with your first sentence. You won't be saying filler words. You won't get tripped up, and people will respect you when you speak. Do that once a day. And just practice getting the hang of pausing before speaking. I promise you'll see a difference. The next one is power. How do you speak with power? How do you speak with volume? The key here is you can't be speaking from your shoulders up. Because when you speak from your shoulders up, all of a sudden you lose your projection and all of a sudden you sound not as confident in what you're saying. But instead, if you can speak from here, your diaphragm, it makes all the difference. So how do we practice this? It's all about deep breathing. In fact, I call this the EIE. EIE is a deep breathing technique that stands for exhale, inhale, exhale. Each breath you take should last 30 to 45 seconds. It starts with the exhale. So you exhale all the air out of your body like this until you can no longer exhale anything. You're gasping for air and you are constricting your stomach, exposing your rib cage as you do so. Then you deeply inhale like this and fill your lungs with air. So much so that you're now at your peak, exposing your chest, putting it out like this. And then you slowly exhale through your mouth. And when you do this 3 consecutive times, that should literally last for 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes long. You'll notice that your heart rate starts to slow down. You'll feel more calm, and you'll speak with much more projection the next time you need to get up on stage. I love to do the EIE 3 times before a big speaking event, whether it be a speech, an interview, an executive update, whatever it is. And then finally, enunciation. Enunciation is crucial for your voice. Too often, people slur their words. Too often, people speak too fast so people can't understand them. And when people can't understand you, they don't think of you as capable. So how do we adjust that? Well, I like to play what I call the pen game. And I use tongue twisters specifically with this. Here's how it works. Let's say I were to grab a pen like this, okay? And I put it in between my teeth like this. And I say 3 consecutive tongue twisters. She sells seashells by the seashore. He threw 3 free throws. Unique New York, unique New York, unique New York. Okay? So you start by saying that tongue twister in staccato. So you break up the syllables like this. She sells seashells by the seashore. You do this for the other 2 tongue twisters all consecutively. He threw 3 free throws. Unique New York, unique New York, unique New York. Now, say it in legato, so it's much more smooth, all in one breath, like this. She sells seashells by the seashore. He threw 3 free throws. Unique New York, unique New York, unique New York. And then when you take the pen out of your mouth, you'll sound much more clear, like this. She sells seashells by the seashore. She sells seashells by the seashore. He threw 3 free throws. He threw 3 free throws. Unique New York, unique New York, unique New York. You see, I do this every single day as a vocal warm-up. So that way, whenever I speak, the first words that come out of my mouth are crystal clear. Now, if you can focus again on your tone, your pace, your pause, your power, your enunciation every single day, you can focus on these exercises throughout the day, throughout your normal conversations. I promise you, you will come off as much more memorable when you speak. And that's the difference from going from really good to great. Give that a try and let me know what you think. Thanks so much.